This week's e-video is all about time management. I think we all would agree that we want to get more done in each and every day, and we all only have 24 hours in each and every day. Well, the first thing we have to realize is there's a lot of things that kind of rob our time, that kind of steal our time. What are some of those things? Well, television. People watch television, that definitely steals our time. Sitting in traffic steals our time. Reading emails steals our time. Spending too much time on the phone, maybe in personal conversations, steals our time. So we've got to monitor that, kind of like when you're on a diet. You have to look at what you're eating and then say, wow, these things aren't good for me, and that's why I'm having this weight gain. Well, it's the same thing. You have to kind of watch where your time is being wasted so that then you can start not wasting it and do a better job of being more productive. But there are other things to do once you recognize where you're wasting your time, and that is, first, each and every day, either at the start of your day or the last thing you do before you kind of end your day, is to make a things to do list for each and every day. Because if we don't write it down, we kind of tend to work on the fly and we forget things we're supposed to do, or when something comes up kind of spontaneously, we tend to forget what we're doing at the moment and move on to the next thing. And we end up opening a lot of projects and we never finish projects on the time that we should or within that deadline. So it's very important to stay focused, and the only way you could do that is by writing things down each and every day and then checking those things off. And that makes us feel a lot better when we check things off and we complete projects. Now, of course, there's no doubt about it, while we're doing projects, things are going to come up. But instead of leaving what we're doing, why don't we just write it down so we know we can come back to it later, and then we can put it in the appropriate place maybe the next day or maybe the day after that. So that's very, very important. The other thing we really need to do, and this is to me the most important thing, something I'm working on, because for me, getting organized and time management is one of the greatest challenges that I face, because I'm so involved in so many things, want to complete so many projects, and I'm doing this for myself, and I find it to be very, very effective. And that is, every time that you have make a time, for instance, if you're going to make phone calls for an hour, or you're going to read emails at a particular time, or you have a certain project, maybe it's writing or whatever it is, you need to treat that time slot and that responsibility like if you were sitting across from the most important person in your life, from somebody you just extremely respect. Because think about it. If you were sitting across from that person and then all of a sudden an email came in, would you say, excuse me 1 second, and go all of a sudden start looking on the internet and taking away from that appointment? Of course not. It's the same thing if you got a phone call. You wouldn't even take that phone call. You'd stay focused with that person because of the respect you have for them. Well, if you treat each and every task and job that you have, you know what? You're going to get a lot more done every single day because you're going to stay on point. You're going to stay focused, and you know what? That's going to create a lot of production, and of course that production is going to lead to a lot of confidence. You're going to feel good about yourself, and at the end of every day you're going to say, you know what? I set out to do these tasks and I got them done. And by doing that each and every day, you watch what happens over the next few weeks, the next few months, and certainly the next few years to see how much more you're able to get done, how much more results you're getting, how much better you're going to feel about yourself. So let's start getting more organized. Let's start writing things down every day. Let's stay on task, and we'll look forward to seeing you get the results you're looking for by applying those simple things, but very, very important things. We'll see you next week with your next e-video message.